Hello. Welcome to another video. I hope everyone is doing well. First of all, this is not financial advice. Nothing in this video is financial advice, as usual. Um, so I've been trading crypto since 2014. So even though this is a brand new channel, I have been around for quite a bit. And even though I have extensive trading experience and knowledge and patterns and all sorts of stuff. I am a pro subscriber to Martin Armstrong's Socrates platform that covers Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and also MSTR. And everything that you see on these charts is not my opinion or my analysis. This is all data plotted from Socrates system. And so with that in mind, Socrates has is an incredible system that is able to tell you what are the dates when the price is more likely to turn or continue on the trend, which is, and also the levels, the prices, which is basically what we need to know as a trader. So the idea of my videos is not analysis post price action. It's actually pre price action. The idea is that you know what's coming, because if it already happened, then what's the point, right? So we here, let's get started. I like to keep my videos short. You can also follow me on TradingView. I also have a profile there, and I post my ideas there as well. It's my analysis of the Socrates system, even though none of this data is my analysis. I still have to understand the system and draw my conclusions as to what is about to happen. So now I'm going to switch to the 4-hour time frame. So as I posted, actually let's take it back to last week. So here, this past Friday, the computer Socrates was forecasting that this Friday was a very strong target for the price to turn. So there, I closed all my shorts and immediately opened some long ones over the weekend. And we had a nice rally yesterday. And so basically the computer was forecasting that Monday was going to be a high. And as you can see, it was absolutely spot on. On Ethereum, yesterday, 4 p.m., it was unable to break above this channel line. It was able to break this one here. And as you can see, as soon as it broke it, it went straight to the next one. And Bitcoin struggled. It couldn't even touch the downtrend line. Solana was able to break out of this very bearish channel, was able to break out, but it wasn't able to touch the downtrend line. On XRP, I added XRP to my trading because it is a perpetual options are available on Coinbase, so I am trading it both way up and down. And what I like about XRP is that it has a lot of move. When it moves even more than Solana and Ethereum. So, but I don't have Socrates does not generate anything for XRP. So basically all I have here is just moving averages, and I basically trade them based on the signals, based on the levels from the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, and also based on the stochastic and stochastic momentum index. And yeah, so basically what's going to happen now, before I jump into MSTR micro strategy, let's stick to now what's happening on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana is that basically the computer is calling for a turning point today. So there is a chance that today this could be the low for today. It could still go lower, but we can see that the stochastic is already it has already hit the oversold. Ethereum, we had it's called an outside reversal, which is a reaction going up. That's all there is to it. It's not turning back to continue the trend. It's just simply bouncing back. Solana is also the same. It's supposed to have a turning point today, but only into tomorrow. As of now, this turning point is only into tomorrow, which means that tomorrow we should have, so today could be a local low, very insignificant local low, and then tomorrow we'll have another local high, and then it can keep going down. And so yeah, so I closed my shorts. I opened shorts last night exactly up here. And you might wonder how I catch such a perfect entry. That's because the computer says that is the strong target. And then I use my stochastic and I wait for the divergence to begin. So in this case, it will be a bearish divergence. So you can see that the beginning of the divergence is exactly the entry point. So I got a perfect entry once again, and then I got out already. I actually got out before this Ethereum rally started. So I read the computer. I woke up early to check the computer, and it said that there will be a reversal and maybe a target. So, but you know, now it seems to wants to keep pushing down a bit more. It's still early in the day, very early in the day. So it might bounce down into the oversold again, and then maybe do another rally. But now this is just insignificant noise, obviously. The reason why I'm still expecting this crypto collapse to continue is that the computer is forecasting that the key weekly target was last week. This week, we had a chance to bounce, but it didn't bounce because it closed too weak. Last week closed too weak and stay there, and it opened this week very weak, and so it's still going down this week, and the next target is next week. All right, and I'm going to switch to the daily so you can see why we are in such awful bearish downtrend in crypto. Maybe the weekly, I'll set it to weekly. No, the daily is easier to see. So basically, here on Bitcoin, we got this extremely bearish downtrend line. So Bitcoin was just able to get out of it. But now we have this other trend line, downtrend. And then we have all these trend lines which are resistance. So it is very hard for price action to just suddenly go through all of this and go up. The same with Ethereum, right? So we have just one downtrend channel over another. The same with Solana, right? And here are our price levels. You can see this, the dotted line, and on Bitcoin, the first support it's 84,000, but usually in a massive downtrend, usually the first one tend to not hold, and so we are now approaching the very first monthly support at 78,000. So at a minimum, next week it should break the lowest, the low of last week, which was 80,500, and at least touch the 78,000. But then we have also a weekly right after, which is 76,000. We have the bottom of the channel, and then here you can see we start to have the bottom of yet another channel, and this is the uptrend channel, right? So it looks like what's going to happen is that it's going to test the very bottom of the long-term uptrend channel, right? So we could expect that it might go down to about 75, probably somewhere around the area, and then maybe have a bounce. But again, we have a ton of resistance to get through. So we'll have to see. We don't need to go so far ahead. It's not necessary. The only point is that this is going down for another week, and then we have the weekend, that the week of December 15 will be another very strong week. So maybe we bounce strong next week, maybe on for 2 weeks, maybe we rally for 2 weeks, maybe mid December, and then we crash from the bottom of this channels and then come back down again. But we're definitely getting to a point where we could be seeing the bottom of this crash. But then what happens in January, February, then we'll have to see, because it will have to really go way up above to stop going down, because at a monthly level, the last one is 50,000, and it could easily end up breaking and go down to 50, right? If we are in a 75% a bear market, right? So that's the thesis, the analysis for the longer term, or the medium term, I would say. So anyways, going back now to the very short term, back to the 1 hour. So what I'm expecting based on Socrates is that today could have a local low, then tomorrow we could have a local high. It will probably be a lower, either the same high as yesterday or a lower high, because these are downtrend lines. So, right, so today is Tuesday, so tomorrow, Wednesday, could be a high somewhere around here, 88, 500. Right, Solana maybe 138, 139. Ethereum, right, what, maybe 2960. Ethereum seems to be fighting the strongest out of the three. Honestly, Ethereum wants to hold, but the problem is that once Ethereum breaks, it's gonna be 50% down very quickly. Let's look at Ethereum. See, the problem with Ethereum is that it has, once once this breaks, yeah, it actually already broke the line. Once this breaks, it's the bottom of Ethereum is way further down. Bitcoin is trying to get there already, but Ethereum is all the way down, and I'm expecting it will break. So it will be a massive sudden fall. You can see Solana is already trying to hit the bottom. Let me see if there is anything else. In Solana, is there any other channel? No, so we have one uptrend. Yeah, so Solana is trying to hold. So Solana, the bottom could be about $100, right? 100, well, not $100, right? 115, 110, right? So Ethereum is trying to hold, but if it doesn't, there's you can see it's 1500, so it's a 50% down from where it is now. Gotta be very careful with Ethereum. I would absolutely not be holding Ethereum long term. I'm telling you, I will be selling this right now, like today, which is what I posted on TradingView. But obviously, no one's gonna sell. Everyone huddles all the way through the bear market. And now going to MSTR. Now, actually, so XRP, I'm trading XRP because also you can see here on the right, it has some a really good ETF. We have the XRPT, which is a 2x long. So I cannot wait to enter a long on XRPT on the ETF. It did a 30% rally yesterday, the ETF. See, look at that, didn't open yet. 30% rally yesterday. That's insane. Solana did an 18%, Ethereum 17%. These are 2x ETFs. And then we have the short Solana 2x, the short Bitcoin. There is no short, inverse for XRP and Solana, unfortunately, but MSTR, it does have 2x inverse and then 2x long. So now MSTR, the computer was again calling for a high yesterday, which happened. It was a rally from 166 to 180. You can see we have the channels generated by Socrates. It was able to break one and automatically went to the next. It got rejected right away, but it got rejected after hours. After hours, got rejected, started dumping. It hit this one, it bumped a bit, and now it's about to open the market. As soon as it opens, it should be much lower. The yesterday should gap down, and the computer's calling for the top yesterday into tomorrow, Wednesday. So I would assume that it will try to go down to, well, actually that's too far down probably. So the next two support levels on MSTR, actually, well, we have the first one here, which is the channel line 163. And then we have the bottom of this downtrend channel. But you can see that MSTR is inside this extremely bearish channel, just like Bitcoin is. And so this could easily crash down to the bottom of the channel at 154. So we could have a dump from 180 to 157 with probably a stop at 164. If it doesn't hold, then it goes down. And this is into tomorrow Wednesday, and tomorrow Wednesday should be a very strong target. So I have a short. I opened the short last night, exactly up here, and I'm expecting to close it tomorrow. So tomorrow, Wednesday, I'll be closing this short and most likely enter a long immediately at one of these levels. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow my channel, like the video, follow me on TradingView as well. Good luck. Take care.